Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Courtney with Doodle Dollars, and today I'm going to be doing my cash stuffing with you. So guys, happy Thursday. I hope y'all are having a great Thursday so far. Hopefully I get this video up on time. I have had a rough past 24 hours, you guys. I am not gonna lie. It's been a bit stressful. So I just got back this morning at around 9 a.m. from a trip to the ER. So that was exciting. So for groceries, we are stuffing $80, 2, 4, 6, 8. So last night, as you guys know, if you've been watching my last few videos, I've been struggling with being sick, and I have asthma already. And so on top of that, the congestion, I've been struggling additionally to catch my breath and just breathe. And so it just was getting progressively worse. And last night I couldn't fall asleep because I couldn't breathe. And so I went into the ER just to make sure it wasn't anything serious, like that I wasn't, anything more than asthma, like a collapsed lung or pneumonia or whatever. So just to be safe, I double checked on that, but it ended up not being anything, which I'm thankful for, but also I feel dumb now because I went to the ER and it was nothing and I could have just stayed home. So anyways, that was my night last night. All right, so we just cash stuffed $80 for groceries, $80 for dining out, $30 for gas, and $10 for Aria. And I was hoping that they would at least, if they found that it was nothing, that they would at least help like alleviate it. But all they were going to do was like a nebulizer treatment, which I already had a prescription for anyways. And I was waiting for them to send the machine into the pharmacy. So I told them, don't worry about it. I'll just go home. I'll do the treatment at home. Because if that's all that you're gonna do for me, like that's fine, like I can just do that at home, you know what I mean? So for insurance, we're stuffing $50. We have $150 in here now. This is for our car insurance. When that renews in April, we'll pay the full $1,000 so that we save a little bit of money. My cell phone bill is due in February, I think, and that is going to be about $200. And so we have 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, and that is with Mint Mobile. So I also save a bit with them by doing it every 6 months. So that's great. For hair, we're stuffing $10. So yeah, I went home before they did the nebulizer treatment. We have 50, 60, because at that point I'd been there for like 6 hours and I just wanted to go home and sleep in my own bed, and I had already called off work. But people were calling me, and I was like walking them through like where my stuff was in my classroom so they could find it. And yeah, then I was like, I just need to go home and sleep in my bed, because the ER bed, well, first of all, I had an IV, I had this blood pressure cuff here, and so I couldn't really do anything with my arms and move around too much. And there wasn't even a pillow. So yeah, do not recommend. 10 out of 10, do not recommend. Sunday, our Sunday Fun Day binder, our Sunday binder that goes towards paying off debt, is getting $125. So I had to call Aria's dad to come pick her up last night because I do have her this week, and I don't have anybody else in town who really can watch my kids spur of the moment like that. So I had to call her dad. So he met me at the emergency room and she went with him for the night. And I'm going to go pick her up from school here in just a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But it feels harder, when you don't have your parents anymore and you don't really have people here that are family, because it's all on you. And thankfully her dad was available, but if he hadn't been, you know, if he had been out of town or whatever, then it would have been, I would have been taking my 5-year-old to the ER with me. I probably would have just stayed home, probably, maybe, I don't know. I guess it depends on how bad it was, but. All right, for Tuesday, we're stuffing 10, 15, 20, 25. For, oh, our pen pal binder, we're stuffing 80. Where's my pen pal binder? There it is. Okay, so 20, 1, 2, 3, and 6 5s, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So we have 20, 30, 40, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80. And I'll go grab some ones. I'll condense and get the ones that I need to do all that later. Then for Wednesday, we're going to stuff 105. So 2 20s, 4 10s, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so we have 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100, 105. Yay. Going in there, this binder is getting so thick, I can barely close it. And then for Friday, we are going to do 50. So 2 20s and a 10. And this now is just our Christmas binder. We finished all of our other challenges, so we're focusing on Christmas now until that is over, and then we will go back to saving for the other holidays, and we'll adjust our budget from there. Okay, for my business expenses, here's the breakdown. So I made, hold on, it's easier on this side. Okay, so here's all my breakdown of my earnings. So Stripe is my Ko-fi memberships and tips that people send. Teachers Pay Teachers is random. I actually have a few products on there for my French classes that I've taught that I just threw on there, and randomly I got paid like $6 from them. I guess like 4 people bought my products. And then Etsy, I got 118 and 267. So total is 464. We're saving 30% to go to taxes, so that's 139. I'm paying myself 20%, so that's $92. We're using 125 to fund our box challenge for this Saturday to save for next month's business expenses. And then left over, we have $108. So of the money that I'm paying myself, I'm going to put $2 to month ahead. So I'm going to go ahead and grab those right now. I'm going to put $72 to sinking funds and $18 to the 100 envelope challenge. And then for the leftover money, I'm going to put $9 to month ahead and $99 to the 100 envelope. So actually, let me put these two back because, yeah, let me figure out the bills that I have. All right, so $139 in taxes. I have $185 left in this envelope for the rest of the month. So we're doing pretty good with that. I just bought a lot of laminate this past couple days. I bought a ton of laminate, 3 mil, and what else did I buy? It seems like I bought some other big purchase. Oh, mailers. I needed more mailers. So in taxes, we're adding 139. We're going to grab this 100. We're going to grab a 20, a 10, a 5, and 4 ones. Okay, so we have $500 in the bank for taxes. Then we have 6, 7, 8, 9, 950, 970, 990, 1,010, 1,020, 25, 30, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, $1,038. So at the end of the month, I will take all this money and I'll put it in the bank in our high yield savings account, or I might do it actually this week because that's a lot of money to be sitting in here. So I'll take this back to the bank at some point and we'll put in like placeholders so that it can be in my high yield savings account until we have to pay those taxes. So we have 139 there. Okay, then for paying myself, we're doing $2 to month ahead. Okay, so I need a 10 and 10 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so 18 is going towards the 100 envelope challenge, and then $2 is going towards month ahead. So month ahead I think is, there it is. Okay, month ahead is right here. So $2 there. I don't know why this isn't in my binder right there. And then $18 will go to the 100 envelope. We will stuff that together in a second. Okay, and then for the box challenge, we need 125. So let's do 5 20s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 10s. 1 and 2. 1 5. There we go. That should be 125. Let's see. 2, 4, 6, 8, 1, 10, 25. Okay. So that's for our Saturday savings. All right, and then left over we had 108. So 99 of that is going towards the 100 envelope challenge. We're going to stuff the 99 envelope, and then 9 is going to month ahead. So we need a 50, 2 20s, and 18 ones. Okay, that's that right there. So 9 to month ahead, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That is right there. Okay. We have a decent chunk of change in here. I don't want to count it. I kind of want to just wait till the end of the month. But I like doing this. I like just taking the odd change for now and putting it towards month ahead, because it doesn't seem like I'm putting a lot towards it, but it's getting a little bit every time we do our cash stuffing. So it's going to grow and grow over time. So that's awesome. And then we should have 99, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so $99 and $18 is what we're going to put in our 100 envelope challenge. So let's go ahead and do that. And then we still have our sinking funds. Actually, let's do our sinking funds first. Okay, so I did take some of the money that I am paying myself. I'm going to put 72 of the $92 to sinking funds so that I can replenish some of these envelopes, because I am down to having basically nothing, and I really don't want to continue, because I know I'm going to continue to spend in these envelopes. So I don't want to have like IOUs with all of them basically. So I'm just going to fund them with the money that I'm paying myself. I think that's a fair, okay thing to do. I'd rather do that than like go into debt, you know, with my credit card, if I don't have the money actually to do these things. So $50 is going to entertainment, because the 100 envelope, that is for my house down payment, my house like moving expenses, any of that stuff is going to go towards that at the beginning of next year or in the middle of next year, whenever I can get to it. So it's important to have these sinking funds funded in my mind so that I'm not overspending, if that makes sense, or so that I know, okay, I have this amount to spend in each of these categories, and I'm not just like willy-nilly, because then when it's willy-nilly and I'm like, oh, I don't have the money anyway, let me just use my credit card, then I just spend even more. Do you know what I mean? I'm like, well, screw it. And then I'm just like swipe, swipe, swipe. So I don't want to do that. So for car maintenance, we're going to put 10 in here. We're going to put 20 in clothing. Clothing, there's 20. Self-care is going to get 5. I used all this money, guys. I've used all this money in the past 2 weeks. Household is going to get 5. And wellness, oh yeah, is going to get 5. I'm probably going to have to use my emergency fund for the emergency room visit. So we'll see what that ends up being, but thankfully I have an emergency fund, a little one, like a little over $1,000, so can dip into that. I'll probably need to. So, all right, so those are our sinking funds done. And last but not least, let's do our 100 envelopes. So going in first, we have $18. I kind of want a cash condense though. Hold on. I know some people do it where if they're stuffing envelope number 18, they just stuff $20. I don't want to do that. I want to actually stuff the actual amounts because every dollar counts. And I know those $2 are going to go towards, you know, paying off my debt or whatever it is that they are allocated for. So I'm not rounding up on anything. I'm doing the actual amounts, but you can round up if you want to, and if that makes it easier for you. And if you are more motivated, you'll definitely save more with this challenge if you do it that way. All right, and then we're doing big ol' envelope 99. We did 100 last time, so we're doing 99 now. 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. You know, so yeah, I could just grab another dollar and make it 100, but then it's like, where do I stop? You know, where does it end? And I don't know. I'm just gonna do the actual amounts. Because then I know exactly too, like what I've saved, because it tells you. If you do the 100 envelope, you'll save $5,050. And that way I'll know, like when I pull it out, I should have $5,050. There won't be any surprises, good or bad. I'll know exactly what I have and what I can work with. And I like knowing that, you know, I like having that number in my head. Okay, yay, our first 2 biggest envelopes are done. And we have several others that are done. But I'm very excited about the big ones because that feels like a huge accomplishment. We have 199. We've done envelope number 50 and 12, and now we can cross out 18 as well. So this is very exciting. I just started this month and we already have 5 envelopes done. 199 and well over $200 already saved with this challenge. So I love how I'm doing this. I'm going to try to stay motivated to keep doing this because it is so tempting for me to just take that money and just put it all towards sinking funds and go have a ball and go buy myself, like, you know, 5 new pairs of pants or whatever. But then that money is gone. And what good did it do me in the long run? You know what I mean? So I'm trying to be disciplined and to use the money that I'm being paid from my business to prepare for my future and get myself into a better situation financially that's more long-term goals and having that like big view or that big picture in mind versus the immediate gratification, if that makes sense, which is really hard for me. Let me be honest with you. It's not easy because I love immediate gratification. So yeah, it's difficult, but we can do it. And I thank you so much for your support in being here and watching me and for your sweet comments that you guys always leave. I appreciate it so much. If you're new, say hi. I would love to welcome you and get to know you. And I will see you guys, what day is today? Wednesday. So I will see you guys tomorrow, hopefully, for our, no, today's Thursday. What? I will see you guys tomorrow for our Friday video, saving for Christmas. Bye.